Hey, I am so glad you are all here. I'm Carissa Wiley from sprinkledwithglitter.com, and I'm thrilled that you are spending your Friday evening, afternoon, morning, maybe it's Saturday for you. I don't know, but I'm thrilled you're here with me. We're going to craft, we're going to chat, I'm going to answer your questions, and we're going to have a great time. But first, if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. Those notifications make sure that you don't miss any of the videos that I share, including these live streams. So make sure you have those notifications turned on. Also, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That helps it become more reachable, visible on the replay. So we're going to do some Concord and Ninth today. So many of you are here and I'm seeing new names all the time, and that is so exciting for me. I have a surprise for you all today. My surprise is that I decided to go ahead and do 2 giveaways. So we're going to start out here. We're going to take a couple minutes. We're going to go through some information. Farley Cross says from 103 degrees Sacramento. I am just below you in the Central Valley in the Visalia area, and it's hot. Yes, I know. It's going to be hot this weekend, but anyway, I'm like totally squirrel here. Let me get to a few things for information. Number one, I have 2 giveaways for you today. 2 giveaways for you. There is a Google form in the YouTube description. So you're going to go to the place where it says Carissa Crafts Live. It's going to give you a couple lines of text. You're going to click more, and in there you will find a link to the giveaways. Now, I have 2 giveaways today. I have the pretty sweet stamps and dies from Concord and Ninth. So I'm going to give away this to one lucky winner. And anyone can enter as long as you're 18 or older, and you have to be present to win when I say your name. So you have to reply to me in the comments, and we're going to do this at the end. So if you are international though, and you win this, I'm going to probably send you a digital gift card code instead. So that's number one. And the second giveaway, so a stamp and die combo. The second giveaway, now this one's only available if you live in the US. So we're going to pick 2 winners. If one of them's not in the US, we'll work it out, okay? The second giveaway is going to be for one of these. This is the Shine Bright cup that I designed. I use it every day for my coffee, and these will soon be available in the Sprinkled with Glitter shop. I'm going to be opening a shop with some merch, and these will soon be available. And this is not handmade, but laser made by me. So that will be the second giveaway, but you have to live in the United States for this because I have to be able to ship it to you. So, and that's it. That's what I'm giving away today. So if you are here, go ahead and enter to win in the Google form below. And then there's a couple things I want to tell you about. The Cozy Comfort Retreat from Altenew is happening September, I think it's 13th and 14th. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I have a link in the YouTube description below for an early bird discount, but you have to use the code COZY25EB, and that's going to save you $110 off the price. I am teaching at that event, so if you want to grab an opportunity to get in on an event that I'm teaching this year, there's a link below for the Cozy Comfort Retreat. Use that code COZY25EB to save $110 off. Next is I did the giveaway. Pink Fresh Studio has 30% off of all their glitter drops right now. So I put a link to that in the YouTube description below. There's no code needed, but if you want to shop some pretty fun embellishments, Pink Fresh Studio has those. I didn't say Pretty Pink Posh, did I? Pink Fresh Studio glitter drops on sale, 30% off through midnight Central Time on June 5th. Whew, that's a lot of information. I still have more information before we get to crafting. You just have to hang out here and hear the whole spiel. My information is I am going live 3 times next week. 3 times. The first live will be Monday at 1 o'clock, and we are going to do something that Stephanie Mitchell suggested to me in my Instagram stories. And if you don't follow me at Instagram, you need to follow me because I share so much over there. So Monday at 1, we're going to do mass-produced thank you cards, okay? So Monday at 1, join me live here on YouTube. It's already scheduled, so you can already turn on the notifications. The next live on my channel will be Thursday at 1 for Pretty Pink Posh's new June release, okay? So Monday at 1 and Thursday at 1 here on my YouTube channel. I will not be live Friday because I have to work my nurse job. Okay, so that's Monday at 1, Thursday at 1 here on my channel. You can turn on the notifications now. They're already scheduled. And then Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I will be live on the Pink Fresh Studio YouTube channel. Okay, that's it. Let's get to crafting, shall we? We're a little blown out. Let's fix that for you all. Let's fix that. Oh, that looks so much better. Okay. I saw some people that are here from California in some areas that I definitely recognize the areas. And so I'm so glad you're all here. And we are going to recreate these cards that I use, or one of these cards, this card here, using the Desertscape bundle from Concord and 9th. So I did their release videos for them this month for May 2025. And these are two of the cards that I created using the Desertscape bundle. And the Desertscape bundle includes a stamp set, a coordinating die set, as well as a stencil set. And the stencil set creates not only this beautiful scene, but it also creates elements that coordinate with the die set. So what I thought we would do is reimagine this card today as a shaker because you all love shakers so much. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use a lot of the same colors and schemes and that sort of thing, but we're going to reimagine as a shaker. And then every so often, I'll remind you that you can enter to win the giveaway in the YouTube description below. Just fill out the Google form, but you have to be present to win. So we're going to start with our stenciling of our background and our elements. So I am going to pull out my grip mat, and I can tell it is clean because it is feeling sticky. Okay, and I have a panel of A2 cardstock from Concord and 9th. If you know me, if you've been around here at all, you know that the Concord and 9th white cardstock is my absolute favorite, and that's what I'm using today. I'm going to start with stencil number 1, and these are marked or etched, I should say, in the upper corners. Let's see if I can get it to glare there. Has a number 1, and then do you see these registrations? The 1 is not, there's the 1, and then it has registration guides on all 4 corners. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line up the registration guides with the 4 corners of my A2 panel of cardstock. So 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. Okay, so I'm getting that lined up. And because this is sticky here, it's grippy, I can put that in place and it's gonna hold my stencil down as I do my ink blending. And I'm gonna start with Aqua Sky, and then we'll move into some Pink Lemonade, and then finally Nectar for the sky, and we'll do Nectar down here as well. So let me grab some ink blending brushes. I'm gonna use my Pink Fresh Studio 1-inch brushes today. And I'm starting with Aqua Sky towards the top. Now this is going to end up being our shaker card backer. So this is going to be in the window of our shaker card. Judy Fitz says, I love your lives. Well, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I'm so glad you're here because you are all what makes this so much fun. All right, so once I do Aqua Sky, I'm gonna move to Pink Lemonade. And we're gonna go and add some Pink Lemonade here. And just kind of blend that into the Aqua Sky. We may need to come back over with some more Aqua Sky. We'll see here in just a moment. Okay, let's just grab the brush again and see if we can bring a little more blue back. I'm bringing blue back. Okay, that's great. And then finally, we'll move into nectar. It got a little muddy there. I'm starting to wonder if I just start over right now, because that's bugging me. We're gonna start over right now. Okay. Oh, everybody, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're gonna try this again. New panel of white cardstock. That's gonna bug me, and so we're just gonna start over now from the beginning before we're too far in. And this time we're gonna be a little more careful. I do have something to show you all at the end, probably, if we have time. Little something I made with my laser this week. I thought it would be fun to show you all. It's a gift, and I haven't given it to the person yet. She doesn't even know about it, but I'm super excited to give it, and I want to show you because it turned out so cute. All right, so let's do this. Question, are you using a super light hand? I guess I have a heavy hand because my colors, ink blending seem so much darker. I'm not an overly light-handed person, but do you see on the Pink Fresh Studio brushes how flared out the bristles are? They're not tightly packed together. That really does help with doing a little bit softer ink blending. Okay, we're gonna go back to Pink Lemonade, and this time we're gonna be a little more careful about where those colors overlap, and we're gonna try not to overblend in the area that they overlap. So now I'm concentrating my color a little bit darker further down rather than over the seam. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna leave that because I don't wanna mess anything up. Now we will move to nectar. I would say, Carrie, if you're not getting a light effect and that's what you're going for, then what I would do is I would make sure you're kind of knocking off some of the ink on your work surface or the stencil, outer area of the stencil before you take it to your card project. Okay, now we're bringing in nectar, and we're gonna go not only over the sky area, but we're gonna go over the ground right here as well. And bring that in. Okay. Let's see if we can bring a little more of that orange into the pink. Okay, love that. I still feel like that's pretty blown out when I look at it in the screen, but I don't want to make it too dark. Okay, so that's stencil number one. I'm going to pull that up, and that's going to give me the base of my scene. Now we're going to move to stencil number two, and stencil number two is a little different because it's a two-sided stencil. So this is stencil number two. It has the registration guides, and it says start with A below, then rotate for B. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to line this up, and we're going to do A below, which is this area. We're not going to do this area right now. And in fact, if it helps you, what you can do is take a blank part of your stencil and just remind yourself, I'm stopping here. I just kind of do that sometimes as a little mask. And we're going to move into, let's see. Let's go into grapefruit. I'm not sure exactly the colors that I used before, so we're guessing. It's been a minute. You know, I slept since then, all that business. Okay, grapefruit, I like. We might even bring in, with a smaller brush, let's bring in some spice cider down here on these little pieces. Okay, let's see if we like that. We're gonna go with it whether we like it or not, because that's just the way we're rolling today. Okay, so we did stencil A down here. Now we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna rotate it. So it was like this. We're gonna rotate it and we're gonna line it up again with the registration marks in the corners. So you can see then that's going to give me this area here as well as the hills, okay? So that, you know what, maybe I should have done, let's re-rotate. We're gonna go back to this and I'll tell you why. because I should have just done this whole thing in spice cider because that's my darkest area. So I just want to go back to this and make this part spice cider. And then we're going to do the grapefruit on the other part. It'll make sense here in just a moment. So that's our darkest color in this little Desertscape, except for the mountain, okay? Now we're gonna rotate. We're gonna place it down with the registration marks lined up with the corners. Okay. Get this all in place. And now, hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm having a hard time lining this up because it's sticking to my thing before I want it to. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do grapefruit here for just the ground. Okay. And then for this area, I got a little grapefruit in it, but I'm not going to freak out because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some nutmeg there, and I'm going to make a darker brown hill area. Okay, so let's grab, I don't think I have, I'm going to use a Pink Fresh 1/2 inch blending brush, and I'm going to go in with the nutmeg. And because I'm using the smaller blending brush, I don't feel the need to mask off below. I'm just going to be really careful around that seam. And as I say that, I feel like I'm going to get some nutmeg in there. So we'll just cover it up. Okay. We got a little heavy-handed in that area, but that's okay. It'll dry back. Okay. Now, if that feels a little bit brown and a little bit heavy, what we can do is kind of shift the color by bringing in a little bit of orange over that top, and it's going to make it feel a little less brown and a little more orange, and I think that will be lovely. Okay. Look how quickly that scene came together, and it's beautiful. Okay, liking it. Now we have this guy here, and this is stencil number 3. And what stencil number 3 does is it creates some elements that we can then die cut, and they coordinate with the dies. And the stencil says that. It says to be used with dies right there. Hey, Kathy Z is here. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Amy. Let's see. We're going to use the back side of this one that I didn't love earlier because it's Concord and 9th cardstock, and let's just be real. We don't need to waste any of that goodness. Okay, so we're going to do some ink blending for the suns here. I only need the larger one. I'm only going to make what I need for today. You could definitely blend all of these at once and kind of have some extras on hand. But you don't have to. Okay, so that, and then let's go to our greens. And we're going to do our cactus and our greenery and our florals here. So for the florals, which are these 2 little blobs here, I'm going to grab some pink lemonade. So we'll just go right there. Going a little heavier handed on that pink lemonade because I want them to pop off of the cactus or the cacti. And then we're going to bring in, I have a couple of options. Let's do parsley and avocado for our cactus. Okay. And our little, there's a couple little like succulent type situations here. Okay. So we're starting with parsley. There's actually 2 little cacti here, and you can layer them over each other, which I'm going to show you here in just a second, or you can just do the solid one and do some blending. So let's do some avocado. And we'll go at the bottom. Wow. Oh my goodness. My brush is falling apart. Okay. We got a little heavy-handed on that. Okay, let's do that. And let's do that. I'm not being super careful, as you all can see. And this brush, I think, is just so inked. I used it in a event a couple weeks ago, and this brush he probably needs to be cleaned. Okay, so we have our greenery started. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some more parsley over that to kind of soften out the blend. Now, ooh, wait, cancel. I tried to ban somebody, sorry. It hit my mouse and I was like, whoa, what is happening? Okay, now what I like to do is I like to take this and just shift it over to the solid cactus. And don't worry, these don't have to be perfect because we're going to die cut them and then you're never gonna know. Let's do avocado. Okay. And then, oh, thanks, Mindy. Hey, Mindy, you snuck in. Wow, there's a lot of you here today. Thanks for being here. So happy you're here. You make this so much fun, all of you. Okay, so we're gonna go over that with the darker. Do you see how we have some interest there? And then this one, we're gonna just bring in and go with the solid one. We'll have a couple of cacti that we can choose from. And we will go over this with just parsley again. So 2 layers of the same color. And it really does not matter if these are perfect because we're gonna die cut them using the coordinating die. And so, like, don't spend your life blending on these little cactuses. Okay, I think we are ready to put this stuff up and get it out of my way. So let's do that with all of our... It's a totally relaxing Friday, Mindy says. I am so glad. So glad. Okay, so there's our elements. They don't look like a whole lot right now, but we're gonna die cut them and they're gonna be amazing. I just wanna put these brushes up just because I can. And that's gonna save me a minute when we're done here. And I have to go to an appointment when we're done to pick some tile for a house that's being renovated, not my house, but a house that's being renovated. So I'm going to help pick tile for it. Anyway, it is not a house that I own, so. All right, so now we'll take the dies. These are the coordinating dies, and we will place them over the elements. So we have our sun, we have our greenery, we have our cactus, and the cool thing about these dies is that they will line up and there's a bleed with the stencils where you don't have to worry about them getting perfectly lined up. I'll show you that here in just a moment. But I think you can kind of tell in the flowers already that there's a little pink sticking out. Okay. Oh man, dropped a die. Oh, also for those of you who follow on Instagram, I took my little doggy to the vet today. And apparently he's fine. He just has an attitude problem with me. So I thought something was wrong with him because he got really upset at me when I was cleaning his booty one day and he like growled and snapped at me, which is not like him. And I thought maybe he has something going on with his booty. And so I took him to the vet and they were like, oh, he was totally fine with us. They took him to the back just in case they had to sedate him. And apparently he's just a rotten child that needs discipline. So there you go. Ooh, Mindy's in the mood to organize. You know, my live on Monday, which I already said we were going to do mass-produced thank you cards. I almost thought about just sitting here and talking about organization on Monday, but the decision has been made. We are doing mass-produced thank yous. Do you see how there's a bleed that the stencils create? So you don't have to get this perfectly on there. It's so forgiving. Now, we've done a lot of the difficult work we're going to do to create our little shaker. And then we're going to get to assembling. I just got all of the Shine Bright Suite. I love it so much. Oh, Kathleen, that's so good to hear. I love that. My dog has become a snob. She won't eat treats she used to love and literally turns her nose up at them. Is she a little dog, Jen? Because I think it's a little dog thing. I know, but his booty needed to be cleaned. Let me just tell you, I understand. I don't really want my booty touched either. And I really wouldn't want somebody else cleaning my booty. But sometimes, you know, you need your booty cleaned and he doesn't do it himself. So anyway, that's what happens. Okay, are we going to get like flagged on YouTube because we're talking about booties? Let's change the subject. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this arch and I'm going to put it in the very center. Uh-oh, I have it on Do Not Disturb. Why is it coming through? Let me just do this real quick. Okay, I'm going to do my best to put it in the very center, okay? We're going to have to trim down this panel anyway, so we'll be able to kind of shift it around where we need, but we're going to this is going to be our shaker window, okay? So let's do this. 10-pound Chihuahua mix. That explains everything. Farley says, I'm thinking our hot Central Valley weather is perfect for organizing craft room. We're going on a little road trip tomorrow, so I will not be organizing. Okay, do you see that? Now that's going to be our shaker window, and I did not get it right, but that's okay because all I'm going to do is trim down this panel anyway, so we'll just trim it up to where it works. Okay. Now the other thing I need to do is make a backer for my little florals here so that something shows through. We're also going to die cut a little heart from the set, which I love it when Concord and Knight give me like little hearts to use. Love it. And I'm also going to die cut a sentiment strip from Nectar. So remember, we're kind of reimagining this card as a shaker card, which is what we're doing today. Also, if you came in late, I do have 2 giveaways today. I have a giveaway for a pretty sweet stamp and die set from Concord and Ninth, and I also have a giveaway for my Shine Bright cup, which will be available in the Sprinkled with Glitter shop soon. And it's handmade by me or laser made by me. So if you have not already filled out the Google form, you can go ahead and do that. You do have to be 18 or older and you do have to be present to win. And I cannot ship the cup overseas, but you can still enter to win because if you win and you are overseas, instead of the product suite from Concord and Ninth, I'll just send you a digital gift card code. So we know you love your hearts, Carissa. Yes, Stephanie knows. Okay. So now we have all of our elements. And you know what I didn't do? I did not grab some acetate, but we're going to need that. This, You Can Count on Me sentiment always reminds me of that song. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. That. Okay. So let's do this before we start assembling our adorable shaker. We're going to stamp. Dogs are pretty funny, but mad mean sometimes. I agree. Pink Paper and Things says, Carissa, you should combine all your heart dies and make a card with them. There would be so many hearts, we wouldn't even know what to do with them all, truthfully. Okay, so I'm going to line this up around that arch, getting it kind of centered up the best I can. And then we did this a couple weeks ago, but if you want to check your placement, if you have a piece of acetate on hand, let's see. Let's grab some. Oh, good. I'll just use this acetate for my shaker too. If you want to check it, you can grab a piece of acetate and then ink it up and make sure it's stamping where you want it. Question, what type of laser did you get? Such a cool tool. I have an Eon Mira 9 Redline, which is their new model, and that's the kind I got. I had a glow, I actually do still have a Glowforge, but I wanted to do more things with it, and you can't do cups and stuff with the Glowforge. And so last year I upgraded, and I've been really happy with it. Okay, can you see that? It's hard to see because it's just stamping on acetate, but it looks like my placement is pretty good. So I'm going to remove this from my Misty stamping tool. And then I am going to ink up again with Aqua Sky ink and stamp onto my card front. And that piece of acetate, I'm just going to clean it and use it for our shaker window. Okay. How can we enter the giveaway? Delia, it's a Google form in the YouTube description below. So it says enter the giveaway here or something like that, and it's a Google form. So that's how you will enter. You do have to be present. So I'm going to announce the winner, and you'll have to comment back in the comments. Otherwise, we'll pick another winner. Okay. So be sure you stick around to the end. We're just re-stamp here. And thank you all for those who are, what is going on with this U? What the U? Okay. Cute. And then before I remove this from the Misty stamping tool, the card front that is, let's stamp the little detail in the corner. You are looking great today. Have a wonderful weekend. Well, thank you. I am feeling great. I slept a little longer today than normal. My husband, my alarm went off, and we both jumped up. And he said, because we were going to go walking, he said, I think you need more rest. And I was like, okay. So we decided not to walk this morning. We've been getting up at 5 to walk every day. And he said, I think you need to rest more. And so we turned off the alarm, and he reset his for the work time. And I did not reset an alarm. I just let myself sleep. And I got some extra sleep today, and I feel so much better. He just was like, I could tell you just needed a little more rest. And I don't know, because I was sleeping before. Do you have a favorite heart card that you have created? I'm not sure if I do. I don't know what is, oh, you know what? There's something keeping this from going all the way down. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, my dogs are talking. There is something uneven about this. Okay, we got it stamped. We're going to call it good enough because for whatever reason, my Misty stamping tool seems like maybe the lid is warped. I've had this for a while, so that wouldn't surprise me. My dogs are talking. You can probably hear them. Okay, here's the acetate I stamped on. We're just going to wipe that off. I'm so sorry about Charlie. She's being a naughty girl right now. And we're just going to use this for our shaker window. Now, the thing is, I really do. It's the magnet, but it wasn't the magnet because I looked at that. I don't think it was the magnet. Okay, let's do this. Let's trim down the acetate. It doesn't have to be pretty because it's going on the back of the card front. So let's do this. Question, speaking of Mr. Glitter, I just saw a video with him using your die collection. When will he be back? I don't know. We should have planned something. Oh, you know what? He's going to be on summer break soon. Y'all, he might be moderating for me this summer. We'll see. Okay, that'll go there. But I think I want to trim this down like ever so slightly. So I'm going to actually do this in a really backwards way. And I know this is backwards, so don't come at me. The corner stamp really does add a lot. Okay, let me see if I can find the end of my tape here. We're going to do this. We're going to add some double-sided adhesive to the back of our shaker window, and then we'll add our acetate. Then we're going to trim it down. Does anybody have any fun plans for this weekend? We're taking a little day drive tomorrow down to Van Nuys area in California. And just for the day, we have to be back tomorrow night for a graduation party, and it's going to be 104. So that should be fun. Loving this cord. Four corners of Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico is gorgeous. I've never been there, Barbara. Okay, have you all filled out the giveaway form? I just want to say, have you all done it? I have 2 things to give away today. Okay, I'm going to put my acetate on the back where that adhesive is. Then we're going to take this and we're going to trim like the teensiest bit. I don't think we can trim any off the top because of how close we are. But I want this to mat on a card. Like I want the card to show behind it. And so we will cut, let's see what a 1/4 inch does. I think we can get away with a 1/4 inch there on the bottom. And let's go with an 1/8 inch on this side and an 1/8 inch on this side. And we will call that grand. We will call it grand. Speaking of grand, did you all see my announcement? Did you all see my announcement? I'm going to be a Gigi this year. I don't even know how that's possible, but I am. So I'm going to take a 1/4 inch all the way off around all 4 sides. First thing, thumbs up the video. Pink Paper and Things says. Second thing, enter the giveaway. Thank you. You are hired, Pink Paper and Things. Okay, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Now we should be able to line this up. Now the thing about this is that the die actually leaves like a white border around the stenciled area. Can you see that? So there will be a white border inside the shaker window, and I'm totally okay with that. Pink Paper and Things says she accepts the promotion. Well, I am thrilled. Welcome to the team. Okay, so I'm thinking I put this guy on the outside, but then some of these things need to go on the inside. So we might do like this on the outside. Let's do this guy on the inside. So I'm going to do some liquid glue and this. So let's put a dot of liquid glue there. We're going to put this guy down there. I'm also going to put the sun inside of the shaker window. So like kind of like over here-ish, but we'll trim him off, okay? So just so that we don't have anything interfering with the foam adhesive when we go to put the shaker window together, we don't want that to overlap too much. So, oh, I'm so glad you are all loving this card. I did look today. This bundle is still available over at Concord and 9th. So if you haven't picked it up yet, it's really beautiful. It has some fun sentiments too. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up with the side of my stenciling. So can you see that? Then it will come through the window like that. and will look fabulous. Oh, congratulations, Gigi. Thank you. I don't even know how I'm old enough to be a Gigi yet, but that's what's happening. When my daughter officially announced it, my oldest officially announced it, my husband was like, you have to give her time before you put it on your social media so that she can have her own moment. He was like, you're going to steal the moment from her if you post about it right away. So then I left it alone for a little while and I said, can I post now? And he was like, sure. So I gave her several hours of it just being on her social media, and then I posted it on mine. I guess he thought I was going to steal her thunder or something. Okay, so I'm just putting the solid piece on the back of the floral pieces. And the reason is that the floral pieces have like these little holes in them. So those will be the center of my flowers. And which cactus do we want to use? I like the deeper, darker cactus. So we're going to use that one. And we will put this on the cactus here. Just like, let's go there-ish. Okay. And then this is going to tuck kind of overlapping the shaker window, I think. And then we'll have this guy. Remember, we're just reimagining this other card that I've already created. Okay, so let's do this. We like him. And we'll just add some liquid glue to the back. And do this. Okay, I like the intersection of all that. I like that. I'm liking that. The dimension is everything. Love this. My brother lives in Colorado. My sister lives in Arizona. My parents lived in New Mexico. I really like that area of the country. Thinking I need this set. Okay, so let's do this guy. Kind of right at the base of this cactus here. So right there. So we're kind of creating like this little grouping, and the sun will be here. So it's kind of going to be like this, just like that. Okay. Seriously, we're making great time on this card too. Okay, let's put the florals maybe at the base here. Let's see, I like that. Okay. Fabulous. Look at how it's looking. Oh, that's so cute. This is going to make the cutest shaker card. And I didn't even have to come up with a whole new idea. I think that's so much fun. Okay, so now that we have all this happening, first of all, I see a smudge on my shaker window. So we're going to get that off before we adhere anything. Then we're going to flip this over. We're going to add foam adhesive to the back. Okay. All right, let's do this. And we'll grab foam adhesive. This is my DIY foam adhesive that I just trim off the excess and then I cut it down into strips and use it as regular foam adhesive. I put the quote unquote ingredients for this at the top of today's supply list, like around the supply list. So if you're looking for the things that I use to create this DIY foam, which I love more than any other foam, I put that in there because we talked about it a couple weeks ago on my channel. In fact, I made some of these panels live with you at the end of the live stream where I used Christina Werner's May release. But anyway, if you want to pick that up, I have all that linked. Okay, so the thing about a shaker card is that when you put the foam adhesive down, you want to make sure that it's like butted up against the other lines of foam adhesive, and that will make sure that your shaker guts cannot leak because we don't want leaky guts. Am I right or am I right? Okay, let's do that. Okay. No leaky guts. Didn't think I would ever need a set like this. I'm sold. I'm glad you like it, Jane. Did you all see that I showed this at the beginning, but I have 2 cards, and you know Martin Mayhem on Instagram? He's from the UK. Am I saying that? He's from somewhere where they have an accent that's different than mine. And he made a fabulous card with these products. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my cactus as well. Okay, so now we have the window, which this would make a great trifold card too. So what you could do is do a trifold card and make a window on the front where this would then open up to that, and then you would open it up and there would be your message. Okay, so now all I need to do is add my guts and then seal it all in. So we're going to just use simple, classic, pretty pink posh, sparkling clear confetti, and we're going to be just ridiculous with it. All right. No harm in being a little ridiculous with it. But the thing is, okay, I don't know if you can see this and I can't tilt this up, but there's a big mound in the center. And since I'm going to place this over the top, I don't want that mound in the center. I've got to knock the mound down or those will get trapped like that and then we'll never be able to shake it around. So if you're adding your shaker bits to the base of your shaker card, knock down that, like those groupings that are in the middle so that it can go down and it won't get trapped. So we'll just spread it all out over the arch, just like that. Guts. I've always said shaker guts. Okay, we're gonna like do this. Also, right now, if you have not already, make sure you go over and enter the giveaway. It's a Google form in the YouTube description below. I have 2 giveaways today. You must buy those guts in bulk. I have to tell you, Stephanie, that my friend Paulina, who is the owner of Pretty Pink Posh, sent me a whole slew of them because I asked her. I said, girl, I use those all the time. Can you send me more? And she said, absolutely. Okay, I got that off just a little bit, but there's no saving it now. With all that shaker, sparkly goodness, you're not going to know anyway. I'm a little shifted off. Like this white border is bigger than this white border, but let's just not tell anybody. Okay. Isn't that cute? Oh, so cute. Okay. We are, wow. I might have gone too much on the shaker elements because they are acting like they want to get stuck in there. But the important thing is it's shiny, right? The important thing is that it's shiny. Okay, now we need a little sentiment with the little heart because we're doing like this. On this one, we have some gold to bring in the shine. On this one, we're not going to have any gold, but it's just wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad you are all liking this card. If you didn't see it, I did a whole walkthrough of this Concord and 9th release. Thinking of you. What did I use? Okay, none of these really work unless, except for friends. So we're going to do that again. Wonder if she purchased the set. I'll have to ask her. Oh, I don't know who we're talking about. My daughter. Laura Vance says my daughter lives in Arizona. Okay. Let's see. friend. We're going to get it centered up there. We're going to grab, let's do grapefruit on top of nectar cardstock. Okay, ink. And we're going to go, let's get the sky straight. We're going to do it with a block. I know, so brave. Hold on, you need to straighten out. I got to get my head in here, so y'all are going to see my head for a minute. Okay. Aussie Outback. Love these colors. They work for Aussie Outback as well. Yes. Okay. Fabulous. It turned out fantastic. Now we're going to take this little guy. We're going to pop him up here. So let's grab just the tiniest bit of foam adhesive. There's like this little scrap floating around here. What are the guts? The guts are the bits inside the shaker. The sparkly things. I've always just called them the guts of the shaker, like the insides. It's whatever you choose to put on the inside of your shaker. Those are your shaker guts. Okay. And then we're going to add that with some foam adhesive. Okay. So we have our little heart. And I think we're going to add this within the shaker window this time. So before I had it kind of going out of the bounds of the window, but because I have my cactus going out of the bounds of the window over here, I think I'm going to put it in the bounds of the window on this card. Do you see the difference? So all of this is contained inside the arch on this card. But on this card, I have the cactus breaking the bounds or going outside of the shaker window. So instead of putting this where it's also coming out of the shaker window, I'm going to put it inside the shaker window. Oh no, a car fender bender. That's no fun. I hate car things. I hate it when I have to deal with car things. Okay, remember to like this video. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Whitlock. Thank you. And then if you haven't already, I'm getting ready. We'll be, in the next 10 minutes or so, we'll be choosing a winner for both of the giveaways. So make sure that you filled that out and make sure you're ready to comment when and if I call your name. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, love you, just like that. Cute little shaker. Now we need a card base. And so we can do, nope, not cream. We're gonna do white. We're gonna do cream on white. And I think that looks beautiful. So clean, so pretty. Oh, Nada's here. Hi, Nada. Welcome. So glad you made it. It's late for you, Nada. Isn't it bedtime? Okay. I'm running out of room in that drawer. Okay, let's do this. So, you guys, we have not even been going for an hour yet, and we've created the most adorable shaker card. I didn't have any prep work done either. So think about that. I just had my card front cut. That's it. Oh, thank you, Nada. You're so sweet. Oh, Nada. You're always so kind. Thank you. Okay, so I'm scoring my card base at 4 1/4 inches. So this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I scored it at 4 1/4. And then all I'm going to do is just adhere this to the card base. Oh, Julie says, I love it so much, Carissa. Thank you. Yeah, 12 p.m., like 12 at night or 12 noon. It can't be 12 noon, is it? 12 noon? Stephanie, thank you. Okay. Let's do this little tape runner Okay. Boom, just like that. All right. Just like that, y'all. And we have the most adorable shaker using the Desertscapes bundle, which includes the stencils, the stamps, and the dies. And these are still available over at Concord and 9th. These are brand new from their May release. So it's been so much fun creating with these. And I thought this would be a great way to kind of reimagine the original card as a shaker. And I think it's so much fun, isn't it? It snows in the desert sometimes. So maybe it's a snowy desert. I don't know. I've been watching on TV, but I missed the first part, says Michael. Well, I'm glad you're here, Michael. Here's the other card I made, and I'll just talk you through this real quick because we're doing great on time today. This one I actually created with a piece of colored cardstock to begin with. So I didn't stencil any of this area up here. Instead, I just stenciled the lower area and I stenciled the sun right onto the scene rather than die cutting it. And I placed the other pieces just popped down on the bottom. So you can start with a colored piece of cardstock and go right over the top with that. Okay, who is ready for the giveaways? Can we get a drum roll? I have 2 giveaways today. The first one is, let's keep you in view. Well, let's do this. Let's do that. The first giveaway is for the Pretty Sweet Stamps and Dies. These are an older product from Concord and 9th. And let's see how many of you entered. Let's see. Okay, you guys have a really good chance of winning. There are 67 entries. So let's go random. Da, 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 da. And I have a number. I'm just getting over to it right now. And the winner is Jen Kelleher. Jen Kelleher, are you here, my friend Jen? Let me know. And while we're doing that, let's look for our second winner. Oh, I hate how eCam does that. Let's do another one. 24. And this one is going to be for the tumbler. Okay. This person did not put their name in, so I don't know how to let them know. Human Gals Design, Peggy, are you here? Peggy, your email address is Human Gals Design. So Peggy, if you're here, let me know. And Jen, if you're here, let me know. Let's see, I'm looking. Jen Kelleher, let's see, I haven't seen you yet. I'm going to give you guys a minute. Yes, Jen. Okay, so Jen won the Concord and 9th Pretty Sweet Stamps and Dies. And Peggy, Human Gals Design, if you're here, you won the Shine Bright tumbler. It has the disco ball. It says Shine Bright. It says Matthew 5:16 on it. We all are. Okay, Peggy, I have not seen you yet. So I'm going to give just a minute or 2 more. I don't even know. Let me have a drink. So I'll watch that for just a second. And let's do like some Q&A here. Okay, so for the winners, Jen, email me at carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com. Email me from the email address that you used to enter the giveaway. And send me your address, your mailing address, so I can get out your stamps and dies. I haven't seen your multiple. Would you mind showing it to us. I don't know what my multiple is. That tumbler is darling. I still have not seen Peggy. So I'm going to set a timer for like, I don't know, 3 minutes. Oh, mug. Let's see. It says Shine Bright. It has the disco ball. I'll have these listed on my site pretty soon, hopefully next week. Yeah, I designed that. I'm super excited about it. I think it's really fun. It's kind of what I feel is my calling in life, is to shine bright. I have 3 minutes going for Peggy, so I hope I see her in the comments. Otherwise, we're going to pick. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. I made this with my laser this week. Checking your magnet in Misty. It may be off and making your lid not close. I don't think it was because I checked it. It is a rose gold pink paper and things. Congrats. Okay, I'm still looking for Peggy. She has a couple more minutes. This is what I made on my laser this week for my friend. It's the Holy Hens coop sign. She has a chicken coop and they're all named after women in the Bible. So she calls it her Holy Hens coop. And so I made this little sign for outside her coop because she's been wanting something. And so I made that happen. Okay. Will you do more cards with the pickleball? Possibly. Do you want to see the cards I've already shared with the pickleball? Do you know what you will do on your next live? Yes, Mrs. Whitlock. I will be live on Monday. We're going to do mass-produced. We're going to do a card design that's easy to mass produce for thank you cards. That's what we're going to do on Monday's live. I'm looking for my cards that I did for the May release and I cannot find them all. I don't know what I did. Let me pop back over here. I love that. I love that set. So cute. She'll love it. Very cute. So cute. How cute is that sign? I know. It is so much fun. So that's all made out of wood. So I cut all that. I made the little design on my computer and then cut it. It's a lot like a laser cutter is a lot like Peggy has 36 seconds. Human Gals Design, 36 seconds. It's a lot like having like a Cricut that cuts acrylic and wood and all of that. So much fun. Let me see if I can go back over here for just a second and see if I can find the pickleball sets that I created, or cards. I found one. I shared a video with the Pickleball Pals earlier this month, and then I shared all of the cards that I created in a walkthrough video. So if you're looking for that, you can find that. Oh, that is my... Do you paint the different colors? Yes, I painted the different colors. So, love this. Okay, so that was Peggy's call, and I have not seen... Has anybody seen Peggy in the comments? I have not. Okay, we're going to pick a different winner. So let's see. Okay, our other winner, because Peggy is not here, let's see. I just am making sure before I announce this. Our other winner is Debbie Janelle. So Debbie Janelle, are you here? Are you here? Debbie Janelle, I'm going to give you a few minutes to respond. And let's go back down to the desktop. Here is one of the cards that I made with the pickleball set, and it has like the quilted background and the paddles here. These are so much fun. Pickleball is fun. The last time I played pickleball, I totally like messed up my knee, and it's because I went too hard. Okay, so Debbie Janelle, with the email address djanelle@austin something something. So are you here, Debbie J? Oh, yay, Debbie J is here. Yay, okay, that's awesome. So Debbie, same thing to you. I need you to email me at carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com from the same email address that you entered the Google form to win, and I will make your tumbler next week and I will send it over to you. So that is good. We can turn off that timer. That's it. Does anybody have any questions? I wish I could find the rest of my pickleball cards. Give me 2 seconds. We've been going about an hour. I have to be done in just a few minutes because I have to, as I mentioned earlier, go find some tile for a house that's being redone. And I have to meet people at the tile store at a certain time. Oh, maybe these are here. Oh, here's here's another one that I created. Isn't this cute? Love that. So that's pickleball. This happened to my cousin also. She messed up her knee playing pickleball. I was off work for 6 weeks the last time I played pickleball. So anyway, a lot of people have pickleball players in their life. So I will tell you, I started playing pickleball before it was even cool. I started playing back in 2020. Yeah. So, and now it's become like a total thing. It's become a total thing. I'm looking, I think I have one more pickleball card and I can't find it. So that is the pickleball inspiration that I can find on hand. By the way, I just saw a card that we made live a few weeks ago and it's so much fun. I also pulled out the Roll With It cards that I created with this release. Those are so much fun too. Anyway, so I'm going to just say, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to give it about 2 minutes and I'm going to answer any of your questions and then I have to be all. I start a pickleball class next month. Can't wait. So much fun. That'll be so much fun. It's great physical activity for you as well. So while we're waiting for some questions, I'm going to give it just a couple minutes. If you have not already, I would love it if you would just give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications here. I'm so glad you're all here. You are literally what makes this so much fun. If I was just coming on here talking to myself, I mean, that would be boring, but you all make it so much fun and you're all so supportive and so kind. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that, from time to time, I can do little giveaways like this and really just bring a little joy to the crafting world. So I hope I brought some joy and some light to your world today. I hope you had a good time chatting and connecting with everybody in the comments. I don't think I see any questions. So as always, if you're watching on replay, I'm glad you're here too. I have links to all the products used in this video in the YouTube description below, so you can shop there if you choose. Stay tuned to my Instagram because I will make announcements there. So if you're over on Instagram, be sure you watch my stories, which are the little bubbles at the top, because I share a lot of information there. So thanks for your time and your fun personality. Thank you, Mrs. Whitlock. That is so kind. Carol says you are a delight. Thank you so much. You guys do not know how much that means to me. I will see you all Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to do mass-produced thank you cards. I have some videos coming up next week you don't want to miss. There's a couple new releases. And so until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.